Good.
Looking forward to our game tomorrow with McNeese. We've had a couple of good days of practice, continuing to improve on some of the fundamental things and the team things that we've highlighted with our group to make strides on. And that's one thing that you really want to do at this time of year, certainly, is to continue to improve fundamentally, each individual player, and then improve together as a team. Thought that happened the other night. A great example is Harrison Nego, who really gave us some solid minutes in that game and played very poised, really, for his first significant minutes on the court in that game. So we're looking forward to seeing some other players step up and do that as well against McNeese. They are a team that can score. They have a very explosive point guard, number 1 Burr, shooting over 40% from 3, and some potent inside guys. Number 15 McFerrin was averaging close to a double-double, and he can certainly score the ball inside. So we'll have to have very good sharpness on our defensive coverages and very good sharpness defensively with our fundamentals in one-on-one situations as well.
Okay, first question, Sam?
Coach, in the 2 games since Duke, you guys have held opponents hitting 34 and 32% shooting. What's going to be the difference in those 2 games?
Mindset. The practices after our Duke game really had a strong focus on defense, because our guys were disappointed in the defensive play that we had at Duke. Duke obviously is a tremendous team, but still really wanted to make strides after that, and so we still have a lot of room to grow in that area as well, though. Certainly our on the ball defensive fundamentals have to continue to grow. Different guys have to really make improvements in that area. Team help side defense is coming along, but we still have areas to grow in that. So as a coach, it may sound like coach speak, but you really want to improve on that every day. And you want to do that in practice, and you want to see that happen in the games as well. So this is another opportunity to see that and to be consistent with all those coverages and all those fundamentals.
What's the balance with Thomas this time of year between, I guess, getting him the minutes and exposure he kind of needs this time of year, but also kind of managing minutes and kind of managing him with the injury situation? How do you kind of
Great question.
Plan for
because you certainly want him to play through some conditioning aspects where he can push through some periods where he does get winded out there, as freshmen will do. But it's a balance, and Thomas has a good feel for that himself. You know, there was a time the other night when he wanted to come out, but we didn't take him out. We made him play through it and push through it a little bit. And so you want to make sure that not only with the physical aspect, but the mental aspects too of his coverages are sharp during that time. So it is a balance, and it's something that we're working towards again in practice and in game by game.
Is there any thought to maybe lessening the minutes in a game like this, where it's you guys are favored to win? I don't know how to phrase it exactly, but do you consider that just
you want to put him out on the court where he's in situations where he can learn and grow, and so you balance that with as you mentioned with the minutes. So certainly every opportunity we have to have Thomas in the game, another Harrison Nego in the game is going to give them opportunities where they can grow in those games and transfer what they're doing in practice over to the real lights are on situations.
How much is Thomas able to practice right now? Coach mentioned the foot situation is kind of ongoing. How much is he able to practice at State at this point?
Pretty well. A little bit in and out, but it's pretty much just on his feel. And of course he's getting treatment, and Tim Garl's on top of that from the training room situation. So it's just something that we keep an eye on.
Coach Green mentioned after the last game just some of the adjustments that Thomas made that really went beyond like what you might see in the stat sheet. What were some of the adjustments he made from that game that really impressed you the most or stood out to you?
He made a big adjustment in terms of his mentality on ball screen defense, and young guys, the speed of the game in particular with ball screen defense is something that they have to continue to develop and continue to adjust to. And he really made an adjustment. He came out, Coach Martin did a great job talking to him about his ball screen defense, coaching him on his ball screen defense. And then when Thomas went back in, he was much more attached to the screener. And so because of that, he was able to have the coverage performed at a better and higher rate.
After you guys watched the Duke tape, what were the 3 or 4 defensive things that you guys came out saying, okay, these are things that we really want to improve on between now and the time say we
Sure,
play?
sure. Well, the number one aspect in all of college basketball, and if you watch games, it's just keeping the ball in front of you, which may sound simple, but anytime the ball gets to the paint, teams score at a high rate. So you have coverages, you have rotations, but if you keep the ball in front of you, then the coverages and rotations aren't as significant. And so that was definitely one of the things. Probably the other side of it would be our help side awareness in terms of whatever defense we're in, our rotations in that, and then continuing to develop and gain experience at different ball screen coverages. So you want to be able to do several of those during a game. You want to be able to change those coverages because teams use them so much, use the ball screens offensively so much. So that's something that we're continuing to develop.
Anything else for Coach? Zach, do you want to get with him on yours? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Now you almost